Minister, lovely to see you here and I welcome your comments and thank you for your assurance. I move these amendments because I think it's really important that we include in a public way and a transparent way some of the agreements that have reached between myself and the various government representatives. The amendments I've proposed are intended to hold the government to account, particularly I'm talking about the childcare amendments, and to ensure that we've got ongoing support for rural and regional services. And to my colleagues opposite, I would really absolutely request that you have a look at these amendments, and if you are going to vote against them, do so in full knowledge about what you'll be rejecting. The amendments put a timeline on the publications of guidelines for the Community Childcare Fund to the 1st of July 2007 to ensure the sector has certainty ahead of transition. They require a regional impact assessment of the replacement of the budget-based funding program that will have on communities in rural and regional Australia by 1st of July. They provide for a review of the childcare packages as a whole with regard to the impact on communities in rural and regional Australia on an ongoing basis, with the first reporting period to be the 1st of July 2018 to the 1st of July 2019. In the short term, these amendments will ensure service providers have certainty about the government's plans, and they will keep a spotlight on the implementation of the childcare package. The amendments will shine a light on the impacts of this package in rural and regional communities by requiring the department to complete a rural and regional impact assessment. This assessment should have occurred in the development of the package, but the Education Department, in consultation with the Department of Infrastructure and Regional Development, colleagues, did not consider the package warranted a regional analysis. What a failure! And in the longer term, although these amendments do not change the operation of the new childcare subsidy, they do require that the government review the implementation of a childcare package on an ongoing basis. This review would occur after the first year of the operation of the package in 2019 and be in consultation with the community. Consultation means listening, acting, and then doing what the community asks. It doesn't mean listening and then doing what the government wants in the first place. So we're really good at consultation in rural and regional Victoria. We know what it means and we know when we don't get it. So I've offered my services to work with the government on developing a consultation mechanism that works, and I'm delighted and really acknowledge the staff of the department have agreed to come to Indi and work closely with me and my communities on developing that process. Over time, I really want to work with the government, not only on this childcare package, but on all their legislation, to make sure that the government understands that the people of rural and regional Australia often have differing needs to the people who live in the cities, and programs designed as one-size-fits-all often fail to meet our need. So, in closing, again I call to my colleagues on the other side, really look at these amendments, because in voting against them, your communities will be able to actually ask you, did you understand what you were doing, and did you really agree that these amendments were not up to scratch? I'm saying a huge amount of work has been done with them. They've actually got the best intentions of rural and regional Australia, and I'm looking forward to having the support both of the Labor Party and my colleagues who represent regional and rural seats in these amendments. But in closing on this particular thing, I thank the Minister for his support. I'm really looking forward to working with you to develop in the longer term childcare packages that particularly meet, for me, the needs of farming families and in particular farming women, because I think almost the one thing we can do to increase productivity in Australian agriculture is provide quality childcare to our farming families, making it accessible, affordable and in places that actually meet their needs. And sadly, I don't think this legislation does it, but you've absolutely got my commitment to work together with the government, as I do on every occasion that I possibly can, to design services that meet the needs of rural and regional Australia. And I thank the Minister and the Opposition Leader for their support with these amendments.
Thank you.